How are you doing? Everybody okay? Well, thank you so much for taking your time for being here. And also a big thank you to all my colleagues down here that they helped me also to get, through some struggles going through the presentation. But here I am and I'm presenting my Catalonia tour. My Catalonia tour, well, one of the things that I love about Catalonia is like kind of a crossroads because it's on the route of all the Mediterranean trading just on foot or on carriages like in the old days. And here is when we see how do I go to the next my goodness, sorry, the next
Just hit the arrow key.
yeah, here. Can you see that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. That is the map of Catalonia. What you see at the top of the map of Catalonia is the Pyrenees. That's why it's so snaky, the borders. So the other side is France. On the right-hand side is the Mediterranean. On the west is inland Spain and more of the Pyrenees. So it's the northeast of Catalonia. All right. So the arrival place is Barcelona. The good thing that I consider about this tour, and honestly, is that we are sleeping every single day in the same hotel. That's why I call it staycation. And Barcelona being small, we can make day tours. Okay, so here it is the big highlight of the tour, which is the Sagrada Familia Church that wasn't started by Gaudi. He took over the works, the very initial works in 1880s, and it's not finished yet. They have no idea when it's going to be finished. They hope to be finished or to have it finished within the next 20 years. But of course, obviously, one of the intentions when I designed one of these tours is to take you to places that big, huge groups can go. We're using smaller transportations, not smaller buses. So that means that we can go to places where, a little bit out of the mainstream. Here, as you see, this is a photo from the park well, but the previous one, which was this one, the Sagrada Familia, and this is Gaudí. Catalonia is not only Gaudí. Catalonia has so many things. Here you have again the map, and this is another of the highlights of the trip that you can visit on your own. The others two are included, but this one is not. It's Casa Batlló. There is a district in Barcelona which is the Eixample, which means the extension is a Catalonian word for the extension. This is one of the most beautiful markets in town, and also considered once by, I can't remember the name of the magazine, one of the most beautiful markets in the world, which is just by the famous Ramblas. Okay, this is Tarragona. Tarragona, if you remember the map that we saw earlier, is in the south of Barcelona. Tarragona was one of the capitals of the four provinces of the Roman Empire more than 2,000 years ago. That it was established in the Iberian Peninsula. So it was Tarraco, and Tarragona, it was the capital city. By the way, guys, bad joke here. Nothing to do with the spices Tarragona, okay? It's just the name of it, Tarragona. And this is the remains of the amphitheater. It was just by the water. Then we go to Figueres, Surrealism, Salvador Dali. We have a mix of things there. That day, specifically that day, we are going to visit the museum, and we also, depending on the season, which I have checked already, we're going to go also to where his wife used to live. They were not living together, but that is something that if you want to know more, you need to come and see that. Okay, so here also is an area called La Garrotxa, Garrotxa. I know it's a very complicated word, Garrotxa. It's an area of the Pyrenees that there are 50 dead volcanoes. So, and this church precisely is from the 12th century. It's a Romanesque land of the Iberian Peninsula. So this type of architecture regarding churches is very, very common in the area. And of course, although Pablo Picasso was born in my birthplace, which is Malaga, he spent a lot of his youth in Barcelona. before he went into France, and with the Art Nouveau and everything. But the second largest museum in the world is in Barcelona. The first one is in Paris, as we all know. Second one is in Barcelona, and we are visiting that museum. And this is Bon Viatge. Bon Viatge is have a good journey, nice to see you. And Chicos, what I mean about that is just to give you a little intro about that wonderful trip. The main thing that I want you to keep in mind is that we are sleeping in the same hotel every single day. And the longest trip will be to Figueres, Dali Museum, and that is just under a couple of hours bus ride one way. We visit, we go, have lunch, we visit the wife's castle, and we get back to Barcelona. So everything is so handy down there that I wish that I could share and let you understand how handy is everything. So, chicos, I will see you later on. Thank you so much, and bon viaje.